Okay, let's see if second time is the charm. Alright, screencasting, multiple monitors. Don't want to get into it, so I have squished this all in a single monitor, and if you ever end up being on a single monitor and want to get some work in, well, here's a suggestion of how to set it up. I kind of have just a bunch of windows overlapping. One for the spreadsheet, one for Inkfrog, one for my files. So I'm going to start out, I have logged into airtable.com with the username and password I sent you. Always go to Product Archive. I'm going to go ahead and get that up. Probably what will pop up every time is the list of the batches that you would be working on, which in this case I sent batch 04. But just in case, you know, if something else like batch 00 popped up and it looks foreign to you and there's only 2 entries, these up here are tabs. So if your batch is number 11, it's going to fall between 1 through 25. So you click on there and you'll know it's in there. Okay, then again, just on the headings, the names for all the rows are up here. If you need a reminder, you can open them up just like this. That tells the batch number right here in this column, right before which account it is and which folder. So batch, account, folder. And we're on batch number 4. So we need to scroll down some here. I'm going to pull this in and scroll down till that number under batch turns into a 4, turning into a 2, into a 3, and into a 4. We're there. We're there. It'll usually be at the bottom of the list, the current, unless you got a lot of them piled up anyway. Okay, so earlier today we did 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to use 4 in the example, which is right here. Batch 4. And now I can go over 2 spaces because I only need the information from here to the right, which is going to be the folder. So down here, wherever I've got my files open, I'm going to open the batch and go to number 4. That corresponds to the folder. Look, shoes. And I look at my title, Bug Grip Off-Road Winter Running Trail Shoes. Shoes. So we have a match, and it says Bug Grip right there, so I know we're matching. So I know I'm in the right place, so we're ready to list. And I'm going to, actually you're going to go to the address open.inkfrog.com/signin/jdeals, and then you have your login info. My login's a bit different. But at this point in the process, you log in. Okay, so pretty much the only places you will ever need to go are to create new listing or library. I'm going to go to create new listing. And in my first column, so we've got our folder open, so we're going to the prefill master profile. Here we've got J free priority 30, so I'm going to go to prefill master profile, and I'm going to select J free priority 30. It matches. Prefill from selected. And everything is nice and pre-filled. Okay, so what's next? Next is my title. So I'm going to go over here, control copy. Here's a handy hint. If you double click on the text and then control V, you will save yourself some time. If you get to doing this fast, those keyboard shortcuts will help you. Okay, now I'm going to the next one over. It's the description. I've got it selected. Control C for copy. I'm going to click Insert Description. Control V as in Virginia and paste. And it was a long one, but it's all in there now. Very next one down the line, Product Identifier. I'm going to click back here. It says ID or does not apply. So this is where you look back in your pictures and I'm going to scroll through all my pictures and look for a barcode. I see no barcode. No barcode whatsoever. Even though they're new, I cannot find a barcode. So, instead, I'm going to type does not apply. Next, save to folder. And this is going to tell me after the does not apply, it's folder 4. It's whatever batch number you're working on. I can quickly float past that. Now I'm going to click Add Images. Upload new images. Drag images here, it says. So, okay. Now, here's another top tip. Control A will select every image in that folder. If you hold down Control again and click the weight picture, and if there's a UPC or barcode picture, click that. It will uncheck those, but leave the rest of them selected, and you can just drag them over. It's a little bit, actually a lot quicker than trying to select every one when you have 13 images. Now, most of these things will only be, I say you would average 4 images, somewhere in there. 13 is very high. Some only have 1. It's a range. There is a range. And hopefully for you, because you do not have satellite internet, this upload process will not take as long. For me, in the evenings when traffic is high, the upload process takes a while. This is actually everything else I can do in the time it would have taken just to upload the images. I'm going to insert in here. This is something that you do not have to do right now. You probably won't have to do it much in the future. But just so you know, in case it comes up, these images, if you do see on this one, I don't know if you can see this line, that's the edge of the paper it showed up. Nobody wants to see that. They want this to be a professional looking photograph, but I flubbed. So I'm going to crop it. I'm going to crop that out. Kind of leave a little bit of white space all around. Hit apply and go to brightness, and I'm going to turn it up just a notch. Just a notch. And there. Now the photo is nice and pretty. As you can see, the internet is working much better now, but not brilliantly. So we scroll down. Now we are to the category section. So I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet. Oh, look. Category. So let's click on this nice handy little reference link that I give you. And look, bug grip shoes. Not the same ones, but similar enough. So I'm going to select, they're in athletic women's shoes. Control C for copy. I'm going to click Browse over here. I'm going to Control V to paste. Now, see this little caret right here? This is going to upset the search algorithms. They're not going to like it, so I'm going to delete it and put a space instead. Hit Enter, or you can type it up, your preference. I tend to like copy and paste. And voila! There's the category. Click once. It automatically changes the category. Next, let's consult our handy spreadsheet. The condition, new. Now, as you can see, there's no condition that just says new. New with or without box. Well, in my images over here, I don't see a box. So I'm going to say new without box. And go on. Brand. I may consult my title for this. That's the best indicator. The brand usually appears first, almost always. Tom's, SanDisk, Icebug, Pepsi, Coke, McDonald's, Burger King. Okay, in this case, Icebug. Shoe size. Sizes will also be in the title. If you click on this a bunch of times like crazy like me, it'll show you the end of the title and the size. So we have size 9. We just scroll down and find it. Style, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just going to scroll through real quick, not taking a ton of time, but they kind of look like running shoes to me. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Ooh, price. Does that come next? Let's see. We were at condition, now price. Yes. Price comes next. $89.99. Tab, quantity 1. Yep, quantity 1. Then I'm going to copy the SKU. The SKU is so important. Control C. Double click the insert SKU. Control V. There it is. It's in. And we just have the final step, the weight. Go back over here, and you will see that I put in big capital letters, input weight. Why did I do this? Because I keep forgetting to input it myself. And it would be bad if we left it out. Back over to pictures. There is a weight tag in every set of pictures that will tell you the weight and dimensions. Look, it magically popped up there. Okay, so see if I can fit all this. See why dual monitors? Because how does anybody do anything on one screen? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so the dimensions. L, W, H. Doesn't matter what order. I'm just going to go 6, tab 8, tab 15. Tab, I see the weight is actually 2 pounds, 2 ounces, and we'll always use the pound sign and the OZ for ounces. I say we because Jolie's doing this now as well. God help us. 2 pounds, 2 ounces, and the all-important save to library. Then go back over here, and you just delete that out. If you will, pop a picture over in this column. It's just for my reference, and then you select in this one, select your name. I'll do that one because I did this as a demo, and that's it. You can go back to Inkfrog, and you can create new listing, and you'll start over just like you did over here where it said create new listing. Or if for some reason you need to correct something on a listing you've already done, or oops, I forgot something on that listing, go to View Listing Library. And any day now. Yours will come up. You won't have this junk over here. You'll just have all saved listings. And if you click this folder, these numbers correspond to your batch. So double lot 4 will give the ones we did today, which is because I messed up the first video. It's these twice. So I'm gonna delete that. Delete it. So we don't have confusion or double listings. And that'll show everything you've done for that particular batch. And that's the end.